Fantom is exploding up 13% here on a Saturday. Incredible move. But what's more important is we have broken out a key resistance level and now the price targets have changed. I'm going to share with you the exact TA setup I'm seeing in the charts and a lot more. We'll also touch upon Bitcoin because of course we need Bitcoin to provide that headwind as well, that tailwind as well. If you guys are trading, if you want to trade Fantom, if you want to trade Bitcoin or any other altcoins, check out the link in the description to Bybit, to Mexi. Those are the platforms which support the channel. They're offering you some amazing bonuses. Check those out to get started with trading. Now, Fantom here, look at this big daily candle. This is what we're talking about here, guys. Take a look. If I drop this down into the 4-hourly chart, you will see that we were consolidating for a very long time. We initially fell into this range on the 12th of April and we spent a lot of time here. We could not get above this level here, this 80 cents resistance level. We kept getting rejected and we kept holding support at 63 to 64 cents. Then a couple of days ago we saw the big bounce here on Fantom, which of course coincided with the time that I said I'm buying the dip on Fantom, right? That Monday where I shared with you that I'm buying the dip. Big move here on Fantom up towards the 80 cents level. And then it kind of struggled a little bit, of course, right? You're sitting at resistance level. It's not easy to just break through it and keep rocketing to the sky. No, it struggled. But now, on today's daily candle, we've managed to penetrate straight through that resistance level. Now, given the fact that we're up here now, where is the price target? How far can this move go? That's what I'm going to break down. Now, of course, we need to bring our EMA ribbon and see that something really important is going on. We've closed above our EMA ribbon, right? We did that on Wednesday. We consolidated above it, which was another green day confirming the breakout. Yesterday was a bit of a cooling off on a Friday. And then boom, today is showing that the momentum is with Fantom right now. We can also, in fact, take a look at the Fantom versus Bitcoin chart. This is very important. I've been trying to alert people to this fact. We've now closed the EMA ribbon bullish on Bitcoin, on Fantom versus Bitcoin, which shows that Fantom is outperforming Bitcoin right now, and it has been doing so for a little while. This is a Fantom season almost, but also I've made videos on why we may be heading into an altcoin season as well. So it's important to understand that when we're sitting here right now on Fantom, if we take a look at the key levels, we're looking really bullish. Now, would I be chasing these green candles right now? No. There's never ever a justification to chase green candles. When you had a period this long to buy the consolidation, how can I justify you buying at 80 cents? Now you have to be patient. If you hadn't bought, you need to be waiting for pullbacks. But things are looking bullish right now. Take a look at that EMA ribbon. It's about to flippen. The lighter colored lines are about to cross over the darker ones. When that ribbon flippens, that's when you normally set yourself for a big move to the upside. And look at where the next resistance lies. The immediate horizontal resistance lies here at 96 cents. That is the initial price target. But then look at the candles from where we previously fell. These candles touched as high as $1.04. These are very important candles up here on Bitcoin, on Fantom. But then also, the next level is up at this 116 level. Again, a very important level. And these are the levels now I expect Fantom to start working towards. Big bullish flip of the daily EMA ribbon and things are starting to look good. Now we need to also understand what is causing this. And in order to understand that, we need to look at the total value locked. Now, if you've been following me on Twitter, if you've been following my videos, you will know that Fantom is heading towards its Sonic upgrade. It's making really good progress towards the upgrade. And once that upgrade happens, you're heading into an environment which is completely new for Fantom. Faster execution, lower transaction fees, better instant block finality. This is going to be a big step forward in terms of the technology for Fantom. But more importantly, we're starting to now see TVL come back to Fantom. Now, why is TVL so important? When I wanted to understand that, we need to understand the background of Fantom. Fantom initially rose to prominence when it drove a lot of TVL in that 2021-2022 period. In fact, going up as high as almost $7.58 billion worth of total value locked. This is not a joke. There was a lot of people using DeFi on Fantom. And of course, through the ongoing bear market, just like every other project, total value locked got absolutely zapped, basically ending up at virtually nothing, right? And you can see that here in this chart. But something interesting is happening. If I zoom down into the dates where we're facing now, you're starting to see a slow but important resurgence in the TVL. Take a look at this, guys. You can see this fell as low as like under 50 million, and now you're starting to spike back above 200 million. If you look at this recent spike here right on the right hand side, up in 200 million territory on the total value locked on Fantom. If we take a look at the projects, you can see that the money's starting to flow back into the projects. I mean, take a look at the 7-day growth on Beethoven X, for example, 27%. Look at the 7-day growth on Spooky Swap, 17%. Look at the other ones, right? Look at Equalizer, 32%. WeGo Swap, 21. Beefy, 21. A lot of these projects were the projects which were the mainstays of the last run. They were the important DeFi projects of the previous cycle. And it's good to see that money started to flow in. And that's always been one of my theses. It's not like suddenly overnight, nobody's going to want to participate in DeFi. When the next bull market comes, which we're getting closer and closer to, the excitement's coming in, people want yield. And when they want yield, they start searching for DeFi-based things. And Fantom has proven historically, and they've got to do so again, that they are the mainstay, they are the place where good, exciting DeFi happens, with low transaction fees, with speed, a great UI, and a chain that's fun to use. And that's the bet when you hold Fantom, right? That's the bet when I'm holding Fantom anyway. So exciting to see that the fundamentals are starting to take shape, and also that the technicals are looking fantastic as well. We also need to wrap this up with looking at the weekly chart. And I think this is the main exciting chart that I wanted to share with you. Because if you take a look at the situation we're facing here on Fantom, you can see that we're sitting at a point here where we're bouncing off the EMA ribbon, right? Let me just remove this logo. You can see we're bouncing off the EMA ribbon. We ran here as high as $1.22. And I said, guys, don't chase those green candles. Then just weeks later, you get a big correction all the way down to these levels of 58, 57 cents. Great, good pullback. And then now we're getting the bounce. And when you bounce it, it's critical that you go create a higher high. So here on Fantom, the price target ultimately will be getting back to this local peak, which we saw in March, of $1.22. And again, that's a really nice risk to reward. Now, of course, in my other videos, I've shared with you guys why I think these price targets are nothing, why I think this is just the start of us getting back into our Fibonacci golden pocket, right? I would be disappointed if Fantom did anything less than this level, right? $2.22 to $2.33. And even more so if it failed to hit all-time highs. For me, that's just a joke, right? When you're doing technological advancement, when you've proven yourself for a bear market, for me, when I look at my portfolio, I look at my Fantom investment, I'm comfortable with it. Like I said, it's not a vast majority of my portfolio. I think that's the mistake a lot of people make. When they sit there with their portfolio, they get excited behind an altcoin, right? A project like Fantom, and they get over allocated. They end up having 80, 90% of their project in a single token. And that's where their decision making becomes really messed up, right? Because they're so all in on one altcoin. Now, fundamentally, that's not what I've done. I've got my portfolio, plenty of Bitcoin, plenty of Ethereum, I've eaten my vegetables. And then in the layer one portion of my portfolio, I've got some invested into Fantom. And that's what gives me the confidence that, you know what, I like that position of my portfolio. I can DCA when I need to DCA, I can trim profits when I need to trim profits, but ultimately this is a project I want to hold for many years. And you guys have seen that on this channel. It's not a project I've wavered in conviction with. I hold it, and I held it through the bear market, and I'll continue to add. And I bought at 15 cents, which those investments are looking great now, right? When you're sitting at 18, 90 cents, those buys are good. But you've got to have conviction in order to buy those buys, because people did not want to buy back then. And I think that's an important lesson when you're investing. You need to invest when you have conviction. I can share my exact buys with you guys, but I cannot give you my conviction. Me, through this video here, I cannot give you my conviction in projects. That's based on research, that's based on time spent studying the project, and you guys need to do the same. Because ultimately, if you make the exact same buys I do, but then one day you wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning and crypto is crashing, what's going to stop you from panic selling? And also, what's going to make you buy the dip when the price is so low? Right? You need conviction. Really, really important. The tokens you're holding, you need conviction in. You don't need to hold every single successful token, but the tokens you do choose to hold, you need to pick winners, and you need to make sure you've got conviction in them. That one, you don't panic sell, but two, you're able to buy the dip and navigate through the ups and downs that always come with any investment and with any market structure. So, exciting time for Fantom, looking really strong against Bitcoin, looking really strong in terms of its structure, in terms of EMA ribbon and all the technicals. Things are telling us that this thing needs to head higher. Of course, on the very small time frame, don't be scared to see us pull back, right? Big candlestick today. Don't be surprised to see later today or tomorrow a bit of a pullback, maybe retest that level which I just showed you, right? Let me just show you that again so I'm not skipping this bit. Don't be surprised to see if it wants to come back here and retest. right? That 80 cents yellow mark, it may want to come back. It may want to call back and retest before then bouncing and trying to get 97 and then working its way up towards 115, etc., etc. Very important. Now, it'd be remiss of me to not quickly at least touch upon Bitcoin. Bitcoin is okay. It's looking good. If you look at this structure which we're in, it's breaking out of it. This is the daily chart you're looking at now. Look at this. Nice breakout. Nice breakout here. We need this momentum to continue. The first price target of this move is working up to this pivot point, which is 71.2. Once we manage to do that, we need to get to all-time highs of that 74 region, and then things get really exciting. Remember, the measured move of this move, even with me being conservative, is taking this point here, taking the extended move, applying that to the point of breakout, and again, this works you up towards that 90,000 level. So this is not a video for me to like just shout out, oh, Bitcoin's heading to 1 million. No, the chart's showing us. I'm just using the normal TA structures, and the normal TA structures show us that this move can not only get us back to all-time high, but if it plays out correctly, can take us up towards 90,000. That's a trade I want to be in. I certainly would not want to be out of the market when Bitcoin is setting itself up in a pattern that can potentially work its way not just back to all-time highs, but up towards that $90,000, $100,000 level. Exciting times for the crypto market, guys. Let me know how you're feeling in the comments below. Don't forget to go watch this video here, and I'll see you in the next one.